What's going on down there, Hill?
Yeah.
Big Serac fall. Little dust at the valley. We're about 20,000 feet.
I don't think I overreach my risk tolerance, but there are definitely times when I'm right on the edge. I go on expeditions, intense, big, dream-style objectives. And the more far out I am, the better I get. It's scary sometimes, but it's also, I feel like I'm accomplishing things and I'm learning more about myself. Not to say I don't have my meltdowns and my like, why am I doing this and why am I out here? And that was really scary. I'd like to say I had more intention in becoming a professional ski mountaineer. I didn't know that it really even existed as like even a life path, let alone a paid career. I've gotten myself into this position where I can come up with the ideas for the expeditions and then getting the funding for it and then having the right team and then executing on the idea. And sometimes that process can take 2 years, it can take a while. Papsura and Dharamsura, the peaks of good and evil, gets their name in Lahul in India. They're in the northeastern part of India in the Himachal Pradesh state. And they're twin peaks. Papsura is higher. Papsura is the one that I've been obsessed with for 20 years. It's this perfect triangle on all sides. I can't think of a mountain that has something that I've seen that's similar to what Papsura has. And I think that's why I've been so drawn to that mountain. It's just right in your face. It's intense for a ski descent. When I first was in that region in 1999, you had to actually walk from Manakaran up to the village of Tosh, which was the last village. And that was a 2-day walk. And then from there, you had to go into those peaks, which was another 3 or 4 days walking. When I went in 2013, we were like a group of 7. We went in March. I'd only looked at the peak from this one way, just from this picture. And we got up there, it was just not, you could just feel it in your bones. It was just not the right thing to be doing. It was too risky with just hazards, and the whole face had slid, and there was huge runnels that went down to blue ice, and it just wasn't in condition. I came home and was like, I'm done with that. Like that was just intense and a disaster. And then slowly but surely, like I started having dreams about it and like waking up in the middle of the night in like a sweat and just being like, okay, maybe I think I have to go back. Sometimes it's something that takes over me in a way that like I wish it would go away and I could just like not have this intense need to go and like hang off the side of some mountain somewhere. I strive for being on the edge of where I'm making decisions and I'm in control of the situation, even though I know on some level it's not real. Like things happen and you put yourself in situations. You also can't do a lot of things unless you believe in that illusion of control. It's a really fine line. You can't live life without taking risks. If you've gone through life without experiencing failure or risk, you're not alive. After only 2 days in India, we're already on the trail. But kind of crazy to be back here doing this again. We're like so small where there's only 3 of us. Big and Shaw, Jim, and myself. So this was the first expedition where I'd been with not just partners as friends and that I'd known for a long time and trusted, but partner that I, was my partner in life.
How long have we been in India?
This is our 6th day.
6th day, 2 days of driving, 3 days of trekking, and now we're climbing on skis.
We got here the 3rd. We've been here 5 days.
Cray.
We are moving up to Advanced Base Camp today. We landed in Delhi May 3rd. We made it to base camp May 6th, super fast. May 7th, we went up with porters to 16,500 feet and dropped a load. And now we're back, walking, skinning to Advanced Base Camp. And we're gonna stay up. We're on the road to the summit of Papsura, the peak of evil.
What's for dinner?
Oh, tasty bites. After this, we go to freeze-dried food for the next 10 days. Undertaking a goal that has rarely seen human exploration. You're looking at timing, you're looking at snow conditions, wind, equipment needed, the right number of people. You don't get the weather report. It gives you this like old school feeling of like, wow, we're here. We just have to like take our time. How much do you think the sled weighs?
No, it's not that bad. We should just sleep up here. That was a pain in the ass. I hope it gets easier. Woo! Science says it gets easier.
Try 2, it'll be easier. That's it.
Snowing. We're gonna try to go up there and eat that thing in the clouds tomorrow. For now, we're just lounging around in the tent and tinkering with our gear. She's trying to check out her helmet and see if it's the same helmet she's worn the last 40 times.
We had absolutely perfect conditions for alpine climbing up this peak. Starting, that's so bad. Here we go. We weren't roped together. We weren't putting any protection in. There were no rests in 3,000 feet on this face. It doesn't ever let up the pitch. It just gradually gets steeper and steeper. What's that?
Not a lot of cloud buildup yet.
You're on this big, exposed, super straight ramp.
We're gonna go up there.
I don't really think there's any gimme climb on it at all. Well, the funny part is when you are climbing to the summit, you're in the moment and you're present and it's, one ice axe, one crampon, you get to the top. But then as soon as you get to the top, you sort of lose that state of presence and start, overthinking how you're gonna get down, etc. Pitch finally lessened. That was like really intense. I'm not even sure how we're gonna get down, but we're gonna figure it out one way or the other. This afternoon, monsoonal flow came in and just these nasty clouds. It started snowing a little bit, and these nasty clouds just stuck to the summit. And there's Papsura over there, in the clouds. As soon as you stop, you're like, oh shit, the downhill conditions are skiable, but like you need everything to be perfect.
Summit! To the top, how to get down.
We still haven't figured out how to get down, but we're on the top. When that fog comes in, you can't differentiate between the ice and the snow anymore. If you hit the ice, you're gone. You slide and you fall down this face, never to be seen again. And it just comes back to who your partners are in that situation. I'm crushed. I think we're all crushed. I felt like it was just the culmination of all the skills I had built over 20 years. I'm always like struggling with my willingness to take these risks. I'm afraid of death. And then I got my skis on and we snuck back onto the face. From there, we had no thought about cameras or photos or anything. We spent about 4 hours descending this face on skis. I know too many people that have had a ski pop off or just a simple mistake or a slip, and that's what happens. And when you're that close and cutting it that close and it's getting dark and you're still at elevation and you haven't had anything to eat and you're 15 hours into your day, 16 hours into your day,
It would take about 6 hours. I think it took like 6.5.
I'm ready to just fall asleep, but that's not what's happening. We got more
walking.
A lot of work to do.
Patience, technique, and knowing that it's not going to kill you, it just hurts and it sucks, and then it'll go away.
I got the "we're still alive" photo because I didn't think we were going to be alive.
Partner communication, expectations, trusting your gear, all of that stuff all came together in this one mountain. And I think that is a really lucky thing to be able to experience after 20 years of doing this. Just to be like, yeah, that was it. That just took everything I had all in one place.
Okay, he's coming back.